All right, the Pope is trying to corrupt the youth with anime. I'm just joking, but we are going to talk about this thing. I have no idea what this is. Like, I guess it is a mascot. So, I mean, let's talk about it. Sure, why not?
We have to be living in a simulation. Like, at
Oh
this
yeah,
point,
100%, bro. Like, you got me talking about you talking about this thing. Yeah, of course we live in a simulation. Do you like it?
there is just no way we aren't. The Vatican, aka the church where the Pope lives, has unveiled the official mascot of the Holy Year 2025, Luce, Italian for light. Not to be mistaken for Yagami light, obviously, and this is
Yeah,
how you
yeah, yeah.
pronounce it in English.
Loose.
So,
Loose.
I'm gonna say Luce. Now, it might be, Luce?
Luce.
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 I want to say
It is probably going to be more like around that type of pronunciation.
Loose or Luce. I'm gonna say Loose because it'll be easier.
Mm.
Honestly, when I first read this, I thought you pronounced it like Lucy, but obviously I'm wrong. Anyways, the Archbishop unveiled this mascot, and this is what he basically had to say. He says the mascot was inspired by the church's desire to live even within the pop culture so beloved by
Interesting.
our youth. So basically, the church, the Archbishop, this Archbishop here, I'm assuming the main Pope and everybody at the Vatican, they basically said that anime is very popular, it's a part of pop culture, and
So
they
let's jump
pretty
in.
much endorsed anime. So, you know the memes, the iconic
Bro,
memes.
like, bro, anime is so popular, right? It's in games, it's in movies, it's in TV, music, it's everywhere. Everybody loves anime, and it's gotten to the point where even the Pope is endorsing anime, bro. Don't let the West take over anime.
Memes of like God and anime is on your side.
Damn right.
That meme just got credibility. Like, just straight up, that meme has become
Facts.
reality. It isn't a joke anymore. Literally, God and anime has somehow managed to shake hands and be
Yeah.
like, we're going to work together in 2025. And I'm just like,
Okay.
what timeline are we in? What simulation are we in? Because it's like I'm at one point where I'm like, this is unbelievably blessed for obvious reasons, pun intended. But then I'm on the other side, I'm like, this is kind of cursed. And I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. You know how these things go when you have mascots and stuff for companies, especially if it's anime related. What the artists like to do.
They
So
sure
yeah,
do.
definitely. Let's be honest, that's definitely gonna
You open
happen.
up the
So
gates.
I don't really need to dive
Bro, I've already seen it, bro. They done gave Loose over here some hanga banga gangas, bro.
in too
It's
deep
crazy.
on that one, but I'm just like, holy crap. We have an official
Literally.
anime girl mascot for the actual Vatican. And
I ain't gonna lie, they should have just kept Alexander from you already know what anime I'm talking about. I don't even gotta name it. But leave the anime name in the comments below because I know you guys know it.
this is nuts, man. Like, it's really nuts
You
because it's
Protestant
like
bitch.
10 years ago, hell, 8 years ago, I never would have thought I would have saw something like this. This is ridiculous. And, you know, this is very relevant to post I was seeing the other day that talks about this situation, and that is basically this. I quote retweeted this a few days ago, but basically you had an individual saying that, people
Niggas.
didn't get bullied for simply liking anime. Tell the whole story about how you tried to turn Super Saiyan in gym class in front of everyone,
hoes.
basically. And then, you know, a few days later, or months later, technically, they said, here we go again. And I'm just like, this is my entire point. This is exactly how I feel about the situation. You can pause the video to read it. But the fact that
The amount of gaslighting and revisionist history in this post is insane. Anime is an accepted medium now, but even then it's literally extra level stuff. Go beyond that and you're a weirdo to 2020 fans. If we were in the DBZ or Pokemon fans, you were bullied in the early 2000s. I will say, as somebody that grew up watching anime, it definitely at one point in time was not cool to watch anime. Point blank, period. Like if you talked about you watch Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, it doesn't matter what it is, bro. Like, yeah, bro, you were the weird guy. On top of that other weirdo that was Naruto running in the halls, right? That guy was obviously, he was obviously weird, right? But, bro, like. If you said you like Dragon Ball Z, right, or you say you like Naruto, like, yeah, you were weird. And then you had to show them. You had to show them the fights. That was the only way that they liked anime, bro. You had to show Vegeta and Goku punching each other in the face for people to be like, maybe anime is lit. You're damn right it is. And then you got the whole, the hanga banga gangas, and then everybody's like, bro, you are weird.
We have so many people agreeing with this post and like 80,000 likes, and I'm assuming the original post here probably has a lot more as well to it. I'm just like, this is a complete gaslighting of history, trying to gaslight people into saying that they were not bullied for even liking anime.
Bro, if you like anime, you got bullied.
In school in the early 2000s, late 2000s and all that, before the 2010s and stuff, graduated in 2012 for confirmation for anyone.
Damn, I graduated 2017.
That is curious. I was someone, and I want to be honest, it's not a good moment. I was bullied for liking anime. Now, obviously, in this day and age right now, I could be considered a weirdo, okay?
Bro, Chibi, look what's right behind you. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, look at my collection. I got a
yes, there you go.
PC. I got a bunch of figures. I have thousands of manga figures. Yes, I definitely am not quote-unquote normal. Okay.
Behind you.
But at that time period, as a little kid, I didn't have money or anything really able to buy stuff or anything like that. The only thing I necessarily did was just like Dragon Ball and Pokemon. That's kind of where I started. I've talked about this in the past, so I'm not going to get into that whole backstory of my life or whatever, but that's kind of where I started. And I remember not trying to do Super Saiyan or Kamehameha or anything like that. I remember just talking with people in class like, hey, have you seen Dragon Ball Z? Have you ever watched Pokemon? And I remember then it was Dragon Ball. Absolutely distancing themselves away from me, calling me a freak for even talking about stuff like that, because it was considered very...
Bro, I remember my mom, bro, she caught me watching anime, and she's like, oh, you watching that Japanese shit? Damn right.
Weird. And I'm just like, you watch SpongeBob, but I'm a weirdo for, like, nothing weird with SpongeBob, by the way. If you watch SpongeBob, completely fine.
Bro, SpongeBob is definitely weird, bro. All those weird moments, bro. Handsome Squidward. Remember when Squidward got he had his toe stepped on, and then SpongeBob moved the thing and made his toenail come out. Bro, SpongeBob is definitely on some next level type of weird shit.
Watch it too. But what I'm trying to say is like, these people that come after me watch SpongeBob, but they blame me or think I'm weird for watching Dragon Ball or Pokemon. You get my point. Anyways, it's very clear in this current age of society and all that, and why this is relevant, like the whole Pope stuff in the Vatican and all that, is that we are now in a culture in the 2020s now where anime is more accepted as a form of entertainment. It is definitely praised a lot more, mentioned a lot more. Hell, you go into stores now, little stores, and you will see anime merchandise. At the most, because it makes money. You would maximum see maybe a Dragon Ball shirt, but even then, it was very far and few in between to really see a Dragon Ball shirt, at least where I am in the countryside, okay? I live in Tennessee. So, obviously,
you're the only 10 I see.
Didn't see a lot of anime. Like, there's not a lot of anime fans, honestly, around me. So, the fact I can go into a store now, I can go into Dollar Store, Walmart, you get the point, and I could see anime merchandise on display being advertised continuously. Anime has definitely become more accepted. You did not see that at all 10 years ago. No, you didn't, and especially in the early 2000s. Anime 100%. Was still very...
Like, early 2000s, the only thing you would see is, like, Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That was about it, right? And that's not even necessarily, like, merch. That's like the trading cards. Like, so of course that's gonna be there, but to have something to say that you love the show, that not really, it wasn't really a thing. It eventually became a thing, but that was, again, like merch when it came to like toys. Like toys, you could get like a whole bunch of toys, and you could get like trading cards and stuff like that. But I remember later on they did start selling like actual merch, like t-shirts. Like you could rock a t-shirt, Pokemon t-shirt. Damn, I'm really over here thinking in the vault. Damn. I remember one time they had Pokeballs that you could buy, and like inside the Pokeball, I believe it was like a candy or something like that, but like you got an actual Pokeball. So that was like part of the gimmick. But yeah, damn. It's been a long time. Yeah. Anime, let's just say it like this and just call it is what it is, bro. Anime is way more popular now than it has ever been, period. Especially when you got professional athletes all across the world talking about the anime that they love. You got musicians talking about the anime they grew up on. You have them like having lyrics about the anime that they are currently watching or that they watched before. Definitely, it is way popular now than it has ever been. And in the early 2000s, bro, yeah, get caught dead with some anime merch, bro. You will be made fun of, and I mean, shit, it is what it is. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I still like Dragon Ball Z. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, back then it definitely was frowned upon because it was different. And we all know if you do anything different, kids are gonna call you out because kids are terrible little monsters.
Very
Freaking
niche for a
crazy.
large amount of people, or a small group, actually not large amount, but just a niche amount of people to really get into and discuss, which is one of the driving reasons why I made my channel in the first place, why I made
Ooh, yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
YouTube
Makes
channel,
sense.
was before I can, like, before I could talk with people, before I could talk with people about my passions and my love for anime and manga, because obviously I'm gonna
Nobody
pull
else
one from
liked
Hiro
them.
Mashima's book, honestly, with Fairy Tail that I talked about a few days ago. I was lonely. I had no friends to talk to when
Nobody
it
else
came
would
to
talk
anime
about
and
it. Yeah,
manga. So I
makes
wanted to
sense.
be able to talk with people about anime and manga.
And those people are
And so that's
online.
what inspired me in a way to make a YouTube channel to talk about it. So,
Understandable.
the whole thing with the
Her name
Vatican
is
here and
Chibi.
why this all plays in part with that is to show how far anime has come and how widely accepted it is now.
It
Like, you
is.
have even the church basically trying to use anime as a pop culture reference to gain viewership or attention from younger generations. That's crazy to me. And now, this obviously doesn't get into the whole regard of, like, how if you go out of the mainline entry-level stuff of anime, people still consider you an absolute weirdo, which is, what I said here in this post a few days ago. I was like, nowadays anime is accepted, definitely, but it's literally only the entry-level stuff. It's like, for instance, Demon Slayer, JJK,
Literally said that
Naruto
earlier.
to a degree, Pokemon, obviously,
Oh, people still like Naruto. Cool.
Dragon Ball, well, Z or Super, for correction. Not Dragon Ball,
I
because
hear
most
people
people
don't
don't
like
even
Super.
watch Dragon Ball. But, which is
People like
sad. It
Super
was legitimately sad.
or
Anyways,
superhero,
what I'm trying
whatever.
to say is that if you go beyond this entry level stuff that the newcomers of anime is watching nowadays, they will straight up revert back to how they were in the early 2000s and all that, and late 2000s, and think you're an absolute weirdo and freak and say anime shouldn't exist, or this is why people think anime fans are weird.
Anime fans are weird, but JJK is awesome.
And it's like, anime fans have always watched this type of stuff. It's always been a thing. It's not something that necessarily came out of nowhere. It's something that's always existed. But these newcomers that have come from, like, the COVID generation of, like, 2020s that have
Yeah,
jumped in on
they
the whole
jumped into all this
bandwagon,
online
I
shit.
feel more
Yeah,
or less, this individual right here
yeah,
actually really points it out. It's
yeah.
more or less,
Like I've heard so many stories of people back in COVID times. They sat and they started watching One Piece and they caught up and like now they're fans of the series. So yeah, that was the time period for a lot of people to jump into something that they never done before because they were in the real world. But when you were forced to sit your ass inside, well, yeah, One Piece, Naruto, JJK, Demon Slayer, VTubing, right? All of these things were blown open because everybody had nothing else to do besides, consume entertainment.
they're convinced, like this person says, they're convinced that the people that used to bully weebs or otakus is the ones that are now necessarily join the fandom and join the community and now bully you if you even watch anything that's remotely not entry level, so to speak. I feel
That's
like that's
crazy.
basically what has happened. The goalpost has been shifted a little
Yeah,
bit,
for
and
real.
now the entry stuff has been accepted, but
That's
obviously
crazy.
everything else, you're just a freak if you watch it. Now,
Hey, they better be talking about they like Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, right? Kami got killed. Like they better be talking about some fire shit because I'd be damned if some anime that I used to like Black Lagoon is considered weird, bro. That shit fire.
gonna be honest, it's just it's wild just to see this type of stuff, but I felt like this news really took me by surprise today. I did not expect to see this announcement and just, like, how relevant these posts were from a few days ago. Anime has come a long way, good or bad. It is shocking just to see the overall impact it has on culture now. You cannot, deny it. Like, as much as you might
Yeah,
hate it or love it, it cannot be denied that
it's
anime has
everywhere.
definitely become
Yeah,
extremely more popular than it used to be. And
100%.
it definitely has led to a lot more toxicity within, like, let's say, anime groups and
Well,
manga
that's
groups,
sad.
etc. I mean, hell, I'm not going to show a screenshot on screen, but there was literally something yesterday with Keemstar, and
Keemstar, what'd he
obviously, drama
say?
alert, I know he always gets into stuff,
Of
but
course.
he did a post. He was doing a news story over someone called Rosanna, or whatever it's called, and
Uh,
she was covering the whole Chris Tyson, Mr. Beast stuff, all that. I'm not
okay.
going to get all into that, but basically, you had Hikihiro getting pretty much dissed, and anime in general being dissed for weird themes or weird stuff in it because you know how it is, and it was
Japan
being
is
thrown under the
weird.
bus because obviously somehow it was associated with Chris. So
Huh.
I'm just like, anime
I mean, that's kind of messed up. It's like, yeah, somebody did something terrible, and it's like all the things that they enjoyed, that means other people that enjoy it are terrible. Like I never subscribe to that logic because it's obviously idiotic logic, right? When people say like video games make people violent, yet there has been no studies that showcase that fact or that opinion because it's not even a fact, right? This is just something that old people say because it's different. And then a lot of old people say a lot of old people say a lot of old hater shit because they're old. Who cares? They're old. They're gonna die soon. Don't listen to
Is
them.
obviously this new age conversation where a lot of people are getting into it, a lot of people are talking about it, and it's also a conversation that's being used as like anime causes you to be a weirdo, anime causes you to be basically a PDF, anime causes you to be violent. You get the point. It's the same rhetoric as like video games cause violence, video games cause you to be mentally ill, so to speak. But no, the
Bro, we've been having this conversation and this argument for over 2 decades.
individuals that do things have always been mentally ill. It's just, it's not the media that actually causes it. But anyways, I've gotten
No, it's
a
just
little
people
bit
that
on a
are in it.
tangent. But to make a long story short, it is just wild to see the church make a post like this. It shows how far anime has come, manga and anime,
Yeah,
and like the church
it's in
trying to be like, "Hey
religion.
guys, I'm hip. I'm a part of pop culture. I know memes. I know anime. Come, join the church or whatever." I'm just like,
Join the
it's some crazy
church.
stuff. Legitimately, some wild stuff. A wild timeline we're currently living in.
For real.
But I guess I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. May all of you have a fantastic day or night wherever you live. I love you guys. Be safe. Chibi out.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting conversation to have when we talk about like how far anime has come. Like, yeah, bro, like you literally have the Vatican over here showcasing anime because anime is so popular, right? So this is a tactic that works. I wouldn't be surprised if the military would start to do the same thing, right? At the end of the day, a lot of these groups, these factions, right? Of course, they don't know about the culture that it is that they're, pandering to. They're just trying to get young people interested in them. And what do young people like? They like video games, they like anime, right? So, of course, more people or more of these groups and companies are going to try and stay hip because they are behind the times. They might be low on numbers, right? I'm not too sure how many people work at the Vatican, but I'm pretty sure it's less than it was like 4 decades ago. You know what I'm saying? Like the generation shift has definitely changed, and that's just life. So yeah, these people are gonna try and catch up, right? Just like when we talk about VTubing, all right? I would expect more companies to actually make V2 models to represent them, right? I'm surprised the Vatican didn't think of that, but I mean, VTubing is still young, it's still niche, right? But to have an anime mascot, you could definitely do a lot of things with that, and I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, bro, McDonald's had an anime. I'm pretty sure they had anime episodes, but I know McDonald's had like an anime character or anime version of their characters or something like that. So yeah, a lot of these corporations and companies are gonna try and get more young people by pandering to what young people like, which I mean, it's obvious, right? Look at the music. Whatever the big music is, whoever is like the top of the top right now in the current generation, those people are gonna have brand deals so they can be in commercials to advertise because all these old companies just want young people. So what are the young people listening to in music? I'm pretty sure the CEO of Coca-Cola is not listening to no whatever the fuck y'all young people are listening to because I have no idea what y'all listen to anyway. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're gonna try and stay ahead of the curve, but it's crazy that anime is up next or it's up now. That is kind of wild to be honest, but I mean it's just the times are changing. Anyways, that's a cool video. It's your boy KhunShawn. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.